Alright, so welcome to another episode of Bombdiggity Arcade, and today we're not really going to do much. We're actually just going to sit and play games because we are actually kind of quarantined to our house right now due to the COVID-19 pandemic that's going on right now, as everybody knows, like around the world. We're just kind of being told to just kind of not go out as much. I personally, I DJ, and I also have a daytime job, and my daytime job, I'm actually working from home, so I'm not actually even going out to that. And I actually DJ'd my last DJ gig this past week. They closed down all the bars and stuff at midnight, so we went to the store and just bought a whole bunch of like snacks and drinks and whatnot. And this is like the best place to be quarantined at, you know, because there's all kinds of games and all kinds of just cool stuff to play and whatnot. So I'm very sad also because the very first thing that was canceled was South by Southwest, and I usually go every year to South by Southwest. And one of the things that I did get at South by Southwest, I can't remember if it was last year or 2 years ago, is I got this 40-ounce koozie. It's a Dre Day, February 18th koozie. And right now I have a Victoria beer in there, and it doesn't quite fit. It's a 32-ounce, but it was the closest thing I could find to a 40-ounce. So I'm enjoying myself a beer. And I'm probably gonna just have like a few beers, play some games, and just relax. And that's gonna be kind of like the night. That's gonna be kind of like the episode. So I'm gonna just try to record a few different games and stuff that are here and just that we can play. But I also wanted to show you this, which is kind of cool. So this was a member on Clove and KLOV, and they had this, and it was basically, hey, you know, if you pay for shipping, I'll go ahead and send it to you, and I'll send it to you free of charge. And with the COVID outbreak and this and that, you know, I want to do USPS, I'm not going to do UPS, but if you send me the mailing label through a PDF or whatever, I'll go ahead and send it to you. So basically what it is, if you know like the arcade games, it's a Nintendo Red Tent, and basically, let me see if I can get this real quick. It's just for your Switch, so it's kind of cool. So this door kind of comes down, which is actually the opposite of a Red Tent. The Red Tent, actually this door flips up, but this flips down and your Switch just kind of pops in there. So let me snap it back. And then your Joy-Cons just kind of sit in there. But I played a few games on it. I played, I think I played Mario Brothers, and I actually think I played Street Fighter on it. And I was actually able to go through a few different characters on Street Fighter, actually playing on those Joy-Cons like they were joysticks, which was kind of interesting. Excuse me. The other thing is it's two-sided, just like a Red Tent. And you can actually stick another Switch in there. So we're going to try to find some games that we can play two-player on and go head-to-head. But isn't that like the coolest thing ever? I thought this was like so cool that it's just a little mini Red Tent. And I had to run a Nintendo game in there. So that's the reason why I'm running Mario Brothers. But super, super cool. But I guess that's it. So let's just go ahead and start having a few drinks, and I think I'm going to go easy on the drinks as far as like some light beers and stuff. A lot of times I try to do some of the heavier IPAs and whatnot, but I think tonight is just going to be just relaxing, playing, just seeing how far I can get on stuff, and maybe try to get some high scores. So we'll just do like little snippets here and there and just play some games and maybe enjoy some music and enjoy 32/40 ounces. All right, let's go play. What happened?
I beat Ice for beer.
Oh, it starts over again. You get here? Dude, it's gonna start right now. It's gonna start. Yep. Yeah, so you can see the little star. The little star means you got a free beer. Oh, what's that? Oh, you can barely see it. That means you get a free beer. What beer are you drinking? Land Shark. Okay, so right now we are doing the Nat tournament. And we are doing the Nat tournament by 2 people playing the pinball machine, 1 on each flipper. Right now they just got a T-Rex multi-ball.
Nice.
So they're trying to beat our score of 33 million, and I'm trying to see what they're at right now. They're at 23 million, so they're getting there. They're on the last ball.
You ready?
Last ball, let's see if they can do it. We had music going, but we had to stop it so that way we don't get copyright. Oh, they got so close. Let's see after all the bonuses, did they beat us? 27.
Y'all two though.
6 million.
That's good though.
Pretty close, pretty close. All right, on to the next game. Okay, so truth be told, it is actually the next day. I didn't actually do a whole bunch of recording of us playing games the first night, just because I had a mix playing and it had a lot of copyrighted music. And I figured if I would have put it in my video, then I would actually got flagged for copyright stuff. So actually, I'm just going to play a few more games just today, the next following day. And so I have a couple of these arcade 1-ups. And I know like people just kind of like get on them as far as like they're just not very good. But actually on my arcade 1-up, I went ahead and installed aftermarket spinner. So actually it plays fairly well. It has a what do you call it, a free motion like weighted spinner, so it spins all the way around. Let me see if I can just show you real quick. Let me turn down the sound. But like, so I'm gonna so right now it's like spinning by itself, so you kind of see it has a little bit of momentum to it, which is kind of cool. And that's actually that's actually how it should be. But so this cab now is actually pretty decent. As far as being able to play these games, you know, just as close as you can, I guess, kind of emulated. But I'm going to go ahead and just play like a little bit of Tempest. I'm really, really bad at it. I've been trying to get better at Tempest, but it's just one of those games that I tend to struggle with. I've been trying to look at some videos and stuff on how to get better at it and stuff, but so let's just go ahead and play. I always like try to jump like to the very end here, so let's just play a little bit. Oh man, I think I hesitate a little bit. But how's everybody been doing during this like kind of quarantine thing that's been going on? Been trying to not go too stir crazy. I mean, luckily we have plenty of things to do here. So I have like plenty of games to play. Ugh. Told you, I kind of struggle. And so what I read is you gotta kind of stick to the end so those things don't get on top of you. And you want to definitely make sure that you have a path clear. So that's kind of what I'm doing, is just trying to make sure I have a path clear so when the level ends, I have somewhere to go. That I just held the button too long. Ooh, almost got hit by a spike. But yeah, so I don't know. Had a good time last night. Actually ended up, oh man, that was terrible. Actually drank a little too much last night, but it was all in fun. I mean, able to stay home. I'm still trying to figure out what scores this thing saves. I really don't know, because I really don't think I got a high score like that easily. But I don't know. It says I did. Alright, so let's try again. I guess we can start more at the beginning. Hopefully all your different families and whatnot have been okay and everybody's in good health. I know the only thing that has been hard for me is just I tend to get out and, I don't know, venture around the city a lot. So it's just been kind of hard with, it's been hard with like not being able to go anywhere. So that's been kind of the struggle for me. I always like doing that little spin. And I know I haven't been using that super zapper, but I always kind of forget that I have it, or I always want to try to be a little too conservative with it, and then I don't use it. Oh man, I just ran right into that. Oh. See, super zapper recharge, and I haven't even used it. That time I use it. I just want to be a little bit safe since I'm on my last life here. Okay, now I'm just trying to dodge the guy. Alright, able to shoot the spikes, get a super zapper recharge. You know, it sounds like I'm drunk right now, even though I'm not. Oh, that's way too close. Look out on that. Oh man, I used the super zapper too. What level were we on? Oh, it says another high score. I doubt that though. But let's put it in. All right, let's play. Let's play one more game. All right, let's start. Where were we? Probably like right there. Maybe. I know like there's different colors and everything that you're supposed to go to. Like this game is like goes on for a long time, but I just not even remotely on that level yet. And then some of the tips that I saw was more like almost like hiding, which I'm not a huge fan of. But the person that was hiding was kind of like they were getting pretty far in the game, so I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just need to see some more tips. Oh man. Oh man, I'm just killing myself now. Oh. I need to really use that super zapper. I keep forgetting that I have it. Ooh, getting a little dangerous with that. Oh shoot. Almost didn't make it. Okay, use the super zapper that time. Ooh, that one came close. Is there a way where it tells you like if you use the super zapper? That's the one thing I need to learn. Like I said, complete novice at this game. Oh man, that's... Hey, it says we got another score. I don't believe it, but we got another terrible score. Okay, so I'm going to move the tripod to the next game that we're going to go ahead and play. Let me move it real quick and be right back. Okay, so this is one of my favorite games in my arcade here, and this one is Ice Cold Beer. If you're not familiar with it, it's a pinball that goes on this bar, and you have two joysticks. Basically, you just gotta balance the bar back and forth, and then you have to get it in these holes, and the hole flashes as far as telling you which one to go to. And that's all it is, and there's 10 of them, and then it's just, once you hit the 10th, you get a free beer, and there's a little star that lights up that flashes. And once you do that, it's just rinse and repeat, and the game just gets harder. And the way it gets harder is it has these, man, hold on. It has these, this little bumping of the bar that it does, and it just tends to get a little bit more aggressive as you play a few more rounds of the game. And I want to say my personal best is like usually around 4 or 5 times going through the 10. But other than that, I just start to kind of fall apart or just kind of like lose interest after that. But very cool game. I love it. And it's one of those ones that, whoa, I almost lost it. It's one of those ones when people come over, it's, they've seen the Pac-Mans, they've seen all that stuff. But for the most part, most people haven't seen this game. So when they see this, they're like, what is that? And how do you play it and whatnot? And once I show it to them, then usually they're pretty addicted and they kind of stay on here the whole night trying to play the game. But like I said, super, super cool game. And there's actually a more modern version of this one. There's one made by Ice, which makes a lot of the redemption stuff nowadays. And that one, hold on, let me get this. So that one is pretty much exactly like this, except the holes I think are a little smaller, and the joysticks are a little different. And that game to me seems a little bit harder. So I have that one and this one, and I got the other one first. And then years later, I ended up picking up this one, which was the original. And yeah, that other one's like hard compared to this one. This one's pretty easy actually to get through. But that other one, I think on a quarter, I can't even get to, you know, the 10th hole. Or if I do get to the 10th hole, it's pretty impressive. Whereas this one, you know, I can go through a few rounds. Yeah, so that other newer version, I'm actually probably gonna look at trying to get rid of that one, just so I don't have duplicates of games. Cause like I know, like right now I have like 2 Miss Pac-Mans. Even though I'm looking at trying to get a Cabaret, I'm trying to like eliminate getting duplicates of games. And so yeah, the faster you go, it's basically counting down points. So the faster you make it up to the hole, the more points you get, which is kind of cool. And if I stop talking, it's probably because I'm trying to concentrate. Let's see, I probably shouldn't have gone that way. I'm trying to think which way I go. Ooh, ooh. Sorry if I make noises. It's like adrenaline starts rushing and your heart starts racing when you're trying to get there. Actually, this is a pretty decent game. So I'm on the 10th hole and I haven't lost a ball yet, so that's good. And my brother had never, he apparently had never beaten this game. And we were playing last night. He actually beat the game for the first time, which was one of his highlights. And then he also got a high score on Hydra Thunder, because we had gotten Hydra Thunder, here we go. There's a 10th hole. We had gotten Hydra Thunder used, and you know, like whenever you get one of those games and the scores are really high or the times are really, really fast, and we have not been able to get on the leaderboards, and he actually was able to get first place, so that was kind of cool. I don't know if you can see it, but right here there's a star, and the star lit up red. That indicates, hey, you got a free beer, and you know, basically starts over, rinse and repeat. So now we're back at hole 1 here. But yeah, pretty cool game, right? It's just one of those games I like to put a beer right here and just play. I put a beer on the poor arcade one up. But I got these asteroids. Those are asteroids, and I was really interested in the fact that it had Major Havoc. And I got that one from Think Geek, actually. My brother found it, and it was on clearance for $100. So we got it, and I was just kind of bummed because Major Havoc was one of the games I really wanted to play on it. But the spinner was like it like clicks, and it wasn't like didn't have that free momentum. And so then I started looking at things online, and gosh man, I'm trying to remember the guy's name that had the spinner. But I actually have a video on my channel of me like switching the spinner out. So if you're curious, you can go on there, and it'll have the spinner on there. I actually didn't think I would be able to make it even through the 10th hole, like talking at the same time, because like you kind of have to, I don't know, it seems like I have to use my whole brain to like to be able to concentrate on playing. But I figured, what the heck, you know, if we lose, at least you kind of get the idea of the game. But yeah, so this row right here is like some of my favorite. Oh man, look at that, just like that. That was easy too. This row is like my favorite games to play. Like, I enjoy jumping on. Tempest is my thing like lately. Man, I am just losing it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna turn on the next game that we're gonna play. But Tempest lately has been one of those games that it's a mystery to me, because I just never really played the game, even though it's a pretty popular game. It's not a game I really played a lot, so it's just been my thing lately to kind of play it. So I've been trying to talk to my brother about it, and we've been kind of going back and forth, getting high scores and whatnot. But it's been fun. It's been fun trying to get better at it, even though I think like we're both pretty equally terrible at it, because I don't even know if he's made it to the other color stages. Oh, see, it just, oh, dang it. So it did that, it jumped, what do you call it, it pushed it up, even though, what do you call it, I was there, it kind of bumped the ball, and then it actually jumped the rail. But you can see that it jumped the rail, but it still, oh man, I think that was my last ball. But it jumped the rail, but it actually still caught it back. So that's pretty much ice cold beer. But yes, awesome fun game. Really, really cool, and I am super happy that I was able to secure one finally. But so that's ice cold beer. So let's go on to the next game. Okay, so this is the next arcade 1-up. And this is actually the Star Wars arcade 1-up, and this actually has 3 games. So it has Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and it has Return of the Jedi. And truth be told, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So I even have, hold on, let me see. I even have, or I used to have a Star Wars event at work where we would show them one of the latest movies outdoors on an inflatable screen. And yeah, just a big Star Wars fan. Love Star Wars. So this was given to me as a gift on Christmas. So definitely look at a review of this machine here in a bit. I still need to record it, so kind of going backwards, showing this game even though I haven't done the review on it yet. And I used to love this game back in the arcade, but to be honest with you, unless I find some kind of amazing deal, Star Wars is just not on my radar right now, just because they're just super expensive. And this was just kind of something that allowed me to play the game, which I enjoy, without having to pay the heavy price tag of actually a regular arcade version of Star Wars. And it was actually a gift, so it didn't cost me anything. So that was kind of nice. This is where I struggle on this game. And truth be told, one of the things you're probably not going to like is I actually enjoy Empire Strikes Back more than this one, because I am just terrible at this trench run. I just cannot do it. I don't know what it is. I cannot get the perspective right on going up and down these things and getting shot by things. So because of this level, it has made me, oh, see, I didn't even know what to do. Hey, I got it. But this particular part, the trench run, which looks really, really cool, by the way, but it's just, I'm terrible at it. I kind of like Empire Strikes Back more, and I know that's like an unpopular opinion. I know most people tend to like Star Wars more, and Return of the Jedi is just, I think for the most part, frowned upon all the way, and it's the only one. So these others are like vectors, and Return of the Jedi is not. It's a bitmap game, a raster game. Sorry, not bitmap, raster game. So it's the only one. It's kind of weird. They had the 3 games and only 2 of them were vector. But I think it's what it was is by the time Return of the Jedi came out, they realized just how much problems vectors were to like maintain and whatnot. And so they just went ahead and went with the raster version. And if you notice, the arcade 1-ups that I have, they're all vector version games. So it's not really any of the raster games. Because for the rasters, I mean, you can get them pretty cheap. The vector stuff seems to be a little bit more. So it's a little harder to come by. I personally only have one. Oh man, I just messed that up. I personally only have one vector, which is Space Duel. And actually, unfortunately, my Space Duel. Man, I just ran into that tower again. My Space Duel, unfortunately, is down right now. See, there we go. I'm just like running into everything. Oh gosh. I am not a pilot. I could never fly in the Rebel Alliance. Okay, so I accidentally chose Star Wars by accident, but I actually want to do a game of Empire Strikes Back because for some reason that is the game that I like. So this game is really cool in the sense that I think it's you pull both triggers. I think. I'm trying to remember, how do you get out of this game? Maybe it's all the triggers. Let's see, how do you get out of here? Yeah, that's it. So it has the 2 triggers here and then it has the thumb buttons. But see, Return of the Jedi is like a raster game, and then this is a vector. These 2 are vectors. The other cool thing is you can do the configuration, so you can actually change a lot of things. Actually, it's on easy. Maybe that's why I like it. So music in a track, which is kind of cool. So it kind of plays like the music and stuff. You can change like the vector glow. So you can have it like sparkle, bright, bold. I just have it on standard. But it's pretty neat. It also looks like it saves the scores too, which I'm still trying to figure out what... it sounds like it's louder. So yeah, so these, it's telling you these are the tow cables. So when you're on the second stage, or on the second part of the stage, it'll have the Imperial walkers, and then you can throw these tow cables at their legs, and then it'll have them fall. But then you can also shoot the little slits, like kind of like where the driver would be, and you can kind of take them out that way. It took me a while to figure that out. These are games that I just never really played, so it's nice having these arcade 1-ups because now I can kind of play some of these games that I never played. Come on, look at that. That's super cool. Right? So this is the little Probots, the ones that are sending out messages. I was like, where are they at? The ones that send out messages about the Rebel base. You see, they're like beaming up little stuff here. And you can kind of shoot all that stuff, but I'm just going to try to knock out as many as I can. So it counts down. Also, those are the little slits that I was talking about. So it counts down, and what it's counting down for is you can spell out Jedi. And when you spell out Jedi, you get a bonus if you get all the letters at the end. So I'm going to throw a tow cable. There's another tow cable right there. So we have, you can see I got a letter because we were able to knock it out. So I'm going to try to shoot that. So yeah, there's like little hit boxes on them. There's little red hit boxes, and that's all you got to shoot at. And then you can shoot the little stuff that they shoot at you. Whoops, got it. And then now it goes to some TIE fighters, just like the other one, right? Just like Star Wars. And I have 5 more TIEs I got to hit. So I got 3 TIEs I got to hit. Oh, got it. So now it's just kind of shooting the bullets and just trying to survive now, because I already got the letters. And then usually there's some flying away here at the end and you can shoot at them, although it wasn't really there. And now it's just, you can't really shoot anything as far as I know, and it's just dodging asteroids, really. Ooh. And I just totally missed that one. There we go. And then it's basically rinse and repeat. So it's showing you the letters that I got. So I missed the first one. So if I would have got the probe at the very beginning, I would have spelled out Jedi, and you would have got a bonus. Which this is actually the easiest one to get a letter on, and I just do not know why I didn't get a letter. I think they were sending out too many of those messages, and I was talking and messing around. So I just need one more, just like that. Alright, so now we're going to go to the walkers. When I first played this stage, I was throwing out tow cables because I was just kind of just shooting around everywhere. And I just didn't really pay attention to what the buttons were doing. So we can throw a couple of these. Oh man, I just totally hit that. I still need 4 walkers too, that's not going to happen. So it's 3 walkers, and that's probably going to be the end of the level already. Oh, nope. So there's our letter. So rinse and repeat. Gosh, and the TIE fighters get a lot more aggressive. And that is the last hit. So shield's gone. So we're not going to get anything because they're just firing like way too much. But we got 16th place, which is it's okay. I saw some people posting scores tonight on this game, and it was like 1 million something something. So I have a lot of work to do. So what is my high score? Did I even break 300,000 on my high score? I wonder. Let's see, can I look up? No, yeah, I can. Oh gosh, I barely broke 300,000. That's crazy. Okay, so that's Empire Strikes Back, and like I said, this is like my favorite out of the 3. Do you want to see? Do you want to see Return? I mean, Return of the Jedi. That one I'm really terrible at. I've only made it through once, and I'm so bad at that game. So let's see. That part's always loud. It's like the sound is not level. Gotta like normalize that sound. Okay, so this one's Raster, so you can kind of see it looks different, right? It looks kind of like what you would expect, like on Nintendo or something. Very cool though. I mean, it reminds me of Nintendo. Except with all the talking, right? The talking sounds really good. So this is Luke and Leia, right? So right now I'm like Leia. And you got to avoid trees. That's the hard part because the trees look exactly like the ground to me. I don't know, maybe I'm like... Yeah, see, I can hardly ever make it past this part because of the trees. And I'm like already about dead, and I haven't even got through the first part yet. I think this game would be a lot better if it didn't have this part with the trees. Trying to go through the little Ewoks booby traps. See, already died. It's so weird because it almost looks like it has, I like the little song. That's a song that George Lucas cut out that I actually prefer to the new little jingle that he put in there. I don't know why I like that song better. I guess because that's what I grew up with. Alright, let's try one more time. Forget it. I feel like I'm letting you guys down by not getting far enough. It's so weird. It looked almost like it had like burn-in or something. which I think is weird. See how it has like these black lines? Ooh, shoot. Dang it. I was actually doing okay that time. And the sound that you keep hearing is, of course, ice cold beer in the back. Man, can't get past that. They suck. Oh my gosh. See, I'm just like, it's hard to tell with this perspective that the game has. There we go. I'm trying to even remember what's next. It's not the Millennium Falcon, is it? Yeah, there it is. So then you gotta kind of like watch out, because you gotta not run into the beams while also trying to like not get shot down by TIE fight. Oh shoot, TIE fighters. So then now it's like you gotta try to escape. Alright, and it's all the TIE fighters that, oh shoot, oh man. It's all the TIE fighters that were in there before, and then you gotta try to, well I guess that was it. Now it's kind of a rinse and repeat. Do you see those black lines on the screen though that I was talking about? It's so weird, it's like it has burn-in, but, oh, just ran into the tree. Anyways, that's Return of the Jedi. That is one that I need to try to get better at. Because I am terrible at that one. Come on. I'm only putting the score because I think it saves it. So apparently I did get 110,000 on this game, which is kind of cool. Okay, so let's go to one more game, I think, that I definitely want to play, and we'll see if what time it is and whatnot. So we can see how many games that we want to play. All right, let's go to the next game. Okay, so the next game that we're gonna play is actually called
Hydra Thunder.
I figure I'd let it tell, speak for itself. But let's see.
Only.
We're actually gonna play Venice, right? Because right now we're dealing with COVID. And actually, the poor people of Italy are actually going through quite a bit. So, we're going to pay a little bit of tribute by losing terribly in the Venice canals.
3, 2, 1,
So there's a little trick there at the beginning, where if you hold brake and boost and go back and forth, you can actually get a head start. Actually, I've been meeting with the camera. I've been meaning to try to get better at this game. My brother and I used to play this on the Nintendo 64. Ooh, man, I thought I made it under that bridge. We used to play it on the Nintendo 64 all the time. And this was just a fun game. Trying to get those jumps down. And this is actually the game that he got a high score on.
time extended.
To be honest with you, on the Nintendo 64, I never really got this far, so I never really got to play these levels. But definitely a fun game. I had a cockpit at one time and I ended up getting rid of it, and now I have a... Oh, I missed it. Now I have an upright, it just takes up less room. We're not doing too good. We should be like a lot further along here. But it's okay. Let's play one more track.
Hydra Thunder.
This game is so cool. I just love it.
Choose your track.
Great racing game.
Lost Island. Choose your boat.
I really like
Banshee.
Banshee. This way you can get that super starter. So you have to pull down, but it's when it's doing the 3, so you have to pull brake to boost.
2, 1, go, go, go!
So I got it again. And you can tell because you get boost right at the beginning. And then this game has tons of secrets. Just like San Francisco Rush, so you can see like how I just went through that waterfall. So very, very cool. And the trick is you have to find all these shortcuts because it has like hidden boost and man, I'm just not doing so well. Let's see, here's another one. The reason why we found out all these secrets is because we used to play it all the time on the Nintendo 64. But if you ever see this just sitting in an arcade, well, they actually have a new version of this game. Oh, I missed that one. I picked up that one though. They have a new version of this one called, I think it's called like Overdrive or something.
Time extended. I'd like to point out the use of dynamic tesselation going to the Hydra Thunder.
I think it's called H2O Overdrive. It's kind of like the sequel to this one. And definitely play it. I mean, gosh, man, the boat physics, it's just really, really cool. It just makes the game really fun.
Time extended.
So there was a secret one in there. So we're down to second place. Like I said, we can catch up to first place. Hey, looks like we might get first. There we go. So we got first place. Look at those scores. So the first place score is actually 137, which is actually pretty crazy. But yeah, so that's Hydra Thunder. So it is getting pretty late. I don't even know what time it is. Let's see, 10:30. It's 10:30. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of shut off the games and stuff like that because it's getting late. People have to work, even though they're working from home. Still, just trying to be courteous. Maybe play some console games, but the arcade games are gonna have to go off for the night because I'm not gonna mess with all the volume adjustments. Even though I could probably still play. But these things actually have force feedback and vibration and whatnot, and man, they still kind of make a lot of noise. And I actually have a pinball machine too that's really, really fun. I would say those are like my top 3 games is the Jurassic Park Pinball and the Star Wars Arcade 1-Up and actually Ice Cold Beer. Those are kind of like my faves right now. And it's so funny because I love playing the pinball machine. My brother loves playing the pinball machine, and it just makes so much noise that we can only play it kind of like during the daytime, so it makes it kind of rough. But hopefully you enjoyed sitting here and just going through a few games and playing through some games. I still hear Ice Cold Beer dropping the ball in the background. But hopefully we'll do this again. There's a lot of games to go through. I have like probably around 40 games or so. So we could definitely go through some games, and I also have some I have like an Arcade Legends that just alone on that one it has over 100 games. So if you like this, then keep doing it, and just basically this might be a lot of the videos because since we're kind of facing that shelter at home with that COVID thing going on, it's going to be a lot of this. It's going to be a lot of just hanging out at home and playing games. All right, hopefully everybody in your family is doing well and is safe. Until next time, talk to you later. All right, bye-bye.